Good evening, everybody, and welcome along to the Netherlands. Nope, we're not on drugs this week, I can promise. We're in the commentary box for a Formula 1 Grand Prix weekend, 100% with endurance. And in that commentary box, we have Stumpy. Welcome again, sir.
How are you, mate? Are you doing good?
I'm doing good, are you?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yeah?
Yeah,
the ZANDVOORT circuit?
Yeah, well, qualifying is pretty important around here, isn't it? And there's not that many places to overtake, so they're going to be putting their all into this session. Personally, I don't do much around this track. I've only raced on it twice. I just don't get on with it very well, so it's more of a viewing thing for me than a driving thing.
Fair enough. Well, the circuit then, 14 corners. According to Formula 1 it has 15, so no one really knows. But 14 corners on this track map. We've got the hairpin of turn 1, the hairpin of turn 3, then we go for a right, and then a left round 10. Then we enter what I call the stadium section. It's just got a few grandstands there, and then we have that beautiful back corner of 13 and 14 that send you along the pick straight. Yeah, it's not the yeah, people do compare it to a kind of Monaco-esque. You need a good quali to do well. Let me fill you in on some information you might want to know, everybody. Rain is expected during the Grand Prix this weekend over the course of the 72 laps. It's not going to be at the start, so that's the information we've given to the drivers. It's their choice what they do. Rage is on a restriction because he's a very quick driver. He's allowed mediums only for Q2 and Q3. He can use softs to get through to Q1. Everyone else is of course whatever they want, and they can choose if they want to try and start the mediums at the start of tomorrow's race. They can do that in Q2, can't they, Stumpy? They can do whatever they like if they can get into the top 10.
Yeah, well, this is it. Few people have returned, I think, by the looks. Tichy's back at last. So we've got yellow flags. Someone's just getting out of the way. It's a fairly short lap as well, isn't it? So, how many is it in the race? Do we know yet?
The laps?
Yeah.
72.
72, so, yeah. Quite a lot of laps. Not. You wouldn't think it's going to be much for overtaking, but we've been surprised in these last few races, haven't we?
Since you've been here, we have, yeah. Yeah, so you've noticed Tichy is back. He said he's got the time to be able to do the last two races, which is great. He may swap cars because some drivers obviously become unavailable one week and then they become available the next week. Wizard is here. Roland has come back for another week. Tibor and Muzz have come back for another week. Bammer is here, you may have noticed, the AM2 driver, doing very well in AM2 actually, so we'll see what he can do around this circuit. El Wyatt and Jacko and El Prentice. Sorry, El Prentice is unavailable. We brought Jay Lawler in this week, and yeah, Jacko and El Wyatt are not here. Hopefully they can be here tomorrow. If they won't be here for a race, we'll find a reserve and we'll make sure we have that full grid, Stumpy, and a bit of a traffic causing problem circuit this, isn't it? You got 17 cars.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Who's died?
It's just nobody's died. It's just Big Balls Bow's having a bit of a moment on the exit of a corner. I don't know which one it is. Yeah, I need to do some bloody research for this one, I think.
Yeah, let me. There you go. Let me send you on Discord the track map. That'll help you, won't it? There you go.
But, yeah, he just got a bit out of shape and yeah, that ruined his lap.
So this is gone already? So that's between 7 and 8. That's before turn 8 actually. He's gone. He's lost it on the curb. It's very easy to do, by the way. Oh, there he is, look at that. His Mercedes is blocking half of a row. Rage just going past there. So he's out of quali already. Oh, Rage's off as well. He's having problems early doors. Smashing into a wall at quite high pace. I'm quite surprised he's only got a missing end plate there. Problems early doors.
It's all kicking off quite early on, isn't it? Still sitting in the middle of the track, although his car has just been cleared. So that will present no more brown trouser moments for other people. flying round that corner to see a Mercedes stricken in the middle of the track, I would be lifting. That's for sure.
I'd be scared.
Yeah.
The current crop of Formula 1 drivers, when asked to describe this circuit, really quick, pretty insane, crazy, and old school. I would agree with all of that, to be honest. I love this circuit. Honestly, I can do 72 laps in career mode, no problem. Takes about an hour and 28 minutes dry with no safety car. So we could be hitting the 1 hour 35-ish. Still relatively quick for a 72 lap circuit.
I can't wait for real life for cars to hit this track in anger. It's all very well the game and everything and seeing pictures of it, but nothing's going to beat seeing these Formula 1 cars fly around this track.
We're talking about aggression. Let me tell you very quickly as I pull them up the championship standings at the moment. Now, of course, if you joined us before on these streams, you will know that if you get pole this evening, you get 2 points, as does your team. If you get second, you get a point. So there's something to play for when you spend 45 minutes trying to qualify. The championship, so Big Boss Balls has had a great step, as we've seen, Stumpy, and he's now overtaken Max because he fell asleep last week. Missed out on a big opportunity, Max. So Big Boss Balls is 4 points in front of Max now, second in the championship. He's 15 points behind Hobbsy. Red Bull are quite far in the lead in constructors by 81 points. So what that means in a mathematical sense is Red Bull need a total of 16 points, which I'm pretty confident they will do. Hobbsy needs to bounce back from his spin at Cops on lap 1 of Silverstone. If Red Bull gets 16 points, they'll be crowned constructors champions for endurance. Hobbsy needs to outscore Big Balls Bows by 16 points. So that is possible because we offer 30 points for endurance in the weekend, potentially. So yeah, Hobbsy can win the championship, but it would require a stellar performance from him and a mess up from Big Balls Balls. I get the feeling, Stumpy, that Big Balls Balls won't mess up, and he's gonna try his best tomorrow to do his best as he possibly can.
Yeah. Although the points gap is in Hobbsy's favour, the momentum is behind the challenger Big Balls Balls, isn't it? So, like you said, the Hobbsy with his spin at Cops early on in the race that led to his retirement, that really didn't help. Obviously, he got no points, but in terms of momentum, and it's going to affect your confidence going into the next round. So, yeah, I just think Big Balls. It's a tongue twister today.
It is.
I just think he's looking favourite for me at the moment.
Fair enough. We've had some times in. Wait, so what you're saying is you fully expect this championship to go to Abu Dhabi next week?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
agree. Fully agree. Whether there's still a 15-point gap or not, maybe, but I do feel it's going to go to Abu Dhabi. What I don't feel is for constructors. I think the constructors will be done tomorrow. I think Red Bull will score 16 points, even if just one of them scores 16 points, which I'm sure one of them will do. Yeah, I think that'll be crowned tomorrow, definitely. And do you know what? Red Bull, Big Balls Bowl started off the season pretty shakily, and Hobbsy over recent times has been a little bit shaky, but over the course of the season they have been quite consistent, haven't they?
And yeah, Big Balls. I have to say it really slow to say it today for some reason. My brain is not working. But yeah, he's had that form, isn't he, in the mid towards the end season, isn't he? So that's where the momentum is right now. And but like you said, Red Bull just smashing it out of the park at the moment. You've got two quick drivers, first and second in the championship. C-Max, he'll be ruin that mistake of falling asleep last week.
That's a racing point in the wall at turn 10. That's the left-hander before the second DRS zone. You've got 2 down at turn 1 and 1 from 10 to 11. That's before you hit the so-called stadium. We have had some times. What me and Stumpy have realised in this quali session is the times at the top are not too important. It's the times around the bottom end. We've already had 2 cars retire. Only 2 have to go, so we can take 15 cars into Q2. So Clausen and Sadistic have retired. Clausen in the pit lane, Sadistic on the track. So you would think, as long as Max and Rage, 2 decent pace drivers, can get faster times than they have, they should make it through, Stumpy. And this is all just practice.
Yeah, pretty much. That racing point that was round was Tichy. He's 5 laps on them tyres, so to me that says that he hasn't practiced and he's just going round on one set of tyres to get some practice in this session. Currently P12.
That could be the case.
C-Max and Rage, Rage with his restriction, as you were saying before, and C-Max, we know how fast he is, so them 2 should be getting through without too much troubles, you'd have thought.
Well, if Max didn't fall asleep last week and got a top 5, it would have been even closer to Hobbsy than Big Bars Balls is. And we think he's quite close. So let's go on a lap of Zandvoort and J Lawler AlphaTauri, turn number 1. Not the longest pit. Start finish straight, and then you fly through turn 2. I think it's 1 drop of a gear, and then out of 3 you go up to gear 8 eventually. So that's 4, 5 and 6. Stays in 7th, right turn of 7. So quick, easy to lose it, as Sadistic will say. He's already left a comment in the Discord. Well, that happened. Yes, it did. Here's turn 9, and you hook it into the turn 10. Don't hit that curve, Stumpy, as it just spins you straight away, that curve. And then we head into the stadium. That's 11 and 12. 12 is my lucky number. Don't touch that curb either on the left hand side. That spins you. Turn 13, not bad. Don't want to invalidate on that double curb on the left hand side, and then it's just a push to the finish for J Lawler. Hook the right hand side, crosses the line and goes first. Leader of the session, 1 minute 9.1.
Now, it's Raggy. He's just up to P2. So C-Max only 14. So maybe he's a bit under-practiced for this track. Maybe it's just one that he doesn't like.
Could be. We all have him.
Yeah.
Mother's starting his lap now, so we'll keep on board with the Ferrari driver as we continue on. 4 and a bit minutes left of the first qualifying session. We believe it's already done. Thibaut has retired, Clausen has retired, and Sadistic has retired, meaning only 14 will go through to Q2, and then there'll be a fight for the top 10.
You were saying before that the times at the top don't really matter, and they don't, obviously. This is the first session. But just looking at them times, Muzzer is looking quite good. And he did a 9.2 straight away early on in the session. And the other guys have only put a 9.1. Okay, obviously they're not all going all out at this stage, but that's maybe an indication for later how close it could be.
Absolutely. That's a very good point. Could be a good indication. You know, look at Liverpool fan and Bama there, 570, 571. 1,000 of a second. Sometimes that is all it takes. As we saw in was it EU3 or EU1 this week? Driver got the same time. Of course, in real life, the person who set that time first gets that lap. Unfortunately, Codemasters just seems to pick and choose whoever it wants, really. That's interesting. I think everyone's going to come back into pits. I think someone's just gone out. Maybe they can't see who has retired. I think that's correct, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe you can on race director. We can see who's retired, obviously. I just don't know if they can. Maybe they can class it as an installation lap for a free practice 1 session. We got a week off Formula 1 this week, Stumpy, but then we got a double head of Portimao and Spain next week.
Yeah, that 3-week gap is too much. The original between the first and second race, that was too much.
Wasn't nice, was it?
No.
But what that does mean is that that means we have 2 triple headers because of that. Because of the tight schedule. We have a triple header straight after the summer break. I think it's like Belgium, Italy, ZANDVOORT, something like that.
Nice.
And I think we have a triple header before the summer break as well. Or it's a triple header in October, November. We have 2 triple headers. And we had a couple of triple headers last season because we started in July, didn't we? They had to get 17 races in between July and December. Triple headers are amazing, especially if they've got F2, F3 and the Porsche with it as well. I mean, that is a weekend of racing. You can't say no.
Yeah, I do love the triple headers. I do understand it's a lot for the teams, the mechanics and all that, but you know they get paid to do it the same. A lot of people would pay to do that job, so you can't moan too much, I don't think.
You get paid a lot of money to do it as well.
Yeah.
And we don't do much. No, I'm joking. We get to travel the world. I won't mind. All you have to do is be able to lift a bit. I mean, I do. I don't lift at all, to be honest. I probably couldn't even lift my own leg. But there's a Renault drifting round turn 9 there, Rowan's getting the that power down on the rear tyres. Tyre temp can be an issue, Stumpy, on this track. Even with your minimum tyre temperatures, not in Quali too much, but in the race, it can become quite a big issue.
Yeah, it's not something that I'm too clued up on this track for the strategy. What is it? Is it going to be a straight 1 stop? Oh no, it's rain, isn't it? Of course.
Well, the dry strategy is a soft medium, quite comfortably, if you're good at the tyre temps. The tyre wear's not bad at all. Actually, the softs can do many laps. Talking 20, maybe 18-20 actually. From what I've gathered in career mode. They just and the problem is if you start the race with 105 kilos, you've probably got what 5 to 7 in Quali. Times it by 20, and there's Rowan again getting heavy on turn 9 again. And the question is, when's that rain going to come? Because in Japan, in ED2, we expected the rain to come about lap 30 onwards. It came on 19. In Singapore, we expected the second batch of rain to come towards the end. It came early. Hungary expected it to be early. It came 50. So, I input the weather. The game really decides what lap it comes or what time it comes. Would the mediums get you to the rain? Well, you can't bank on it because you don't know. Even I don't know, and I'm the weatherman.
I think a lot. Well, obviously, the top 10 will probably start on the mediums. Would you have thought if they can get through?
Well, yeah.
Q2.
Is there a chance that a double soft could get you to the rain?
Yeah.
All these questions. It'll be a strategic battle tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what makes it so exciting, isn't it? Like we don't know the uncertainty of the strategies when the rain is going to come, because even when you get to the loading screen before the race, it can tell you when the rain is coming, but then you get to the race, it's
not quite right, is it?
Completely wrong.
Yeah, no, you're right. You get given those 8 boxes, don't you, of the weather? And I remember this season in my career, 100%. It said overcast. It said sunny, light cloud, overcast, light cloud. I was like, oh great. It started raining for 12 laps.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's... And I've done testing, you know, I've tested what boxes work and stuff so we can get the weather, well, as close as I want it to be. And it gives you different things every time. So it's basically random up until a point, which is good because then we don't know, and also they don't know, which is rather entertaining.
Yeah, absolutely. So just the three go out. Sadistic King 15, Klaus in 16, and Tywood in 17th are the three that are eliminated from this session as we go into Q2.
Yep, so 4 more to go this session, 15 minutes on the clock. Yeah, I am very much looking forward to the race tomorrow. I'm also looking forward to what this grid is going to be in Q3. Before we get to that, gotta boot out some people. I think I've already said, but I am looking forward to UFC tomorrow as well. Usman versus Jorge. It's going to be a banging fight. Probably not as banging as this race tomorrow, but it will be banging.
Yeah. Tune in to cost and pay us money as well.
Yes.
Subscription.
Pay what you pay Dana White. I wouldn't mind a 300 million check for no reason. I wouldn't mind. Don't think we can split it, Stumpy. 150. Oh, you know, I'll give Jake a chunk in the party as well. He's in the party. I'll give him a chunk as well. So, what's that?
I'm down.
I'm down, yeah. My bank will be going up. A couple of medium runners. Bama, the American. I believe he's American. Well, he could be Canadian, but he's in the American League. Has he just already damaged his end plate hitting the wall coming out the pit lane, or am I seeing things? Okay, no, I'm seeing things. That's cool. Trey Lauder's got out of the mediums. Big Balls Bowls has gone out of the mediums too, and everyone else on the softs for now. And this, if you get into the top 10, will of course select your race starting tyre. And me and Stumpy don't know yet what's going to be the best option. We have no clue.
No, we do not.
If you went on the mediums and the rain comes before 30, you're golden. If you do a double soft and the rain comes, happy days. If it doesn't, for either, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I think there's also a bigger picture to be thinking about here. I mean, obviously these tyres are just to get you into the top 10.
Yes.
And if you get into that top 10, you'll be starting on that tyre. However, if you're, say, P3 on a medium tyre tomorrow, you might get a bit swallowed up by the field if a few around you are starting on softs. And around this track, it's tight, it's twisty. The chances of getting some damage, a bit of an end plate flying, it's going to be very high. It's definitely a track you want to lead from the front.
That's a very important point, actually, because, yeah, like you said, it is tight. It is hard to overtake. AlphaTauri is either letting people by or had an accident. Spuds crossed the line into the low 9s. Oh, that's Bama getting very slippy at turn 8 there in his AlphaTauri. That's going to cost him time. Everyone gets a fresh batch of tyres tomorrow, of course. It's a new day. It's a new life. But they don't get new sets in this session. Well, unless you get into Q3, you get an extra set. But that medium tyre, you only get one. So you need to use it wisely. And I think it was Jay Lawler who got a bit trigger happy in that AlphaTauri.
Yeah. Mazza also, he did a little half spin. That's why he's doing 136s in his Ferrari. He's going to go again, I think, by the look of it. That's a really impressive corner that he just goes through there. It's so banked, it's unreal, isn't it?
Yep, didn't used to be. Well, it didn't used to be that banked. Was it? I was reading a website. Was it 35 years ago? Yeah, after a 35-year hiatus. I don't know what that means. I'm guessing it means a break.
Sort of thing.
Hiatus. Right.
Hiatus.
Hiatus. What do we have to use posh words when Limmy's here?
No,
do we
a
have
35-year break will do.
The much-loved Dutch circuit is back, and it's been remodeled to push the fastest cars and drivers on the planet to the absolute limits. With the jaw-dropping elevation changes, Zandvoort is very... I see it's gone posh again. Zandvoort is very much of that ilk. Ilk. What does that mean?
I have no idea.
I can deduce that it means that. I don't know. I'm not ilk. I'm not using that in my uni work. Hobbsy crosses the line 109.457, 367 from Spud, 234 from Muzzer. These are into the nines. Liverpool fan going well so far. P4 this session. Wizard behind his teammate for this week. Actually, well, for the rest of the season, actually. Baby Wizard, P6. Who's not got times in? Max, Big Boss Balls, Roland, and Ragay. So, we have got time, Stumpy. Another 9 minutes or so. So, still time to recover.
Yeah, we got Mazda matching his Q1 time, and that is on an extra lap on his tyres as well, so that there's more to come from Mazda. A few people having a couple of moments. Max, I noticed, was facing towards the wall at one point, so he doesn't seem to be enjoying this session currently.
I think Blaze in the chat is trying to put me in a hole. He's put posh words with Limmy. Love to see it. Yeah, well, I'm not your man, unfortunately. Me and Wizard have been having a very sociological discussion. Well, he would call it sociological. I'm not sociological. I just say it as it is. And then he uses big words to make him sound cool. No, I'm joking. It's been a very good conversation. In the admin chat, we've been discussing social media and the British society. Not that it's my forte, Stumpy. But it's just interesting to see what people think who actually have some brains about it. What do you think of social media at the moment?
I don't like it. It's you portray yourself. Everyone portrays themselves to live a life that they don't live, and it takes away from actual life.
Yes, there you go. Heard it here first.
Though, having said that, my social media is terrible.
That's because I don't use it. Big Bar's Balls is, well, he's just messed up his first attempt. He's now on the second attempt. Well, Wizard made a good point, to be fair. He said, social media isn't the problem. It's for people on it that are. I was like, you know what? We can agree. On common ground. There are some weird people. Anyway, this is technically social media, I guess. Streaming a COS qualifying. We're speaking, aren't we? To people who listen to us. Thank you for listening to us, by the way. Trust me, this session will get exciting soon. A little bit of a slow start, but it will be exciting in Q3, I promise. And as we've seen throughout the season, the race, it'll be a banger. Trust me, I promise my life it will be a banger. Every time Stump is in the commentary box, it's been a banger.
Justin Bieber.
Big Bar's Balls.
Yeah, he's a couple of purples. There's enough for inside the top 10 at the moment.
I would say it's not bad on the meds, and that's true. It is only half a second off. I don't know how slow the mediums are compared to the softs. I would guess around 6 or 7 tenths, but that is genuinely only a guess. So it is a fight to the top 10. J-Law's on a fast lap. Tichy is on a fast lap. I believe he's going to be the next one to cross the line. Oh no, there's a McLaren of Liverpool fan actually. He's gonna... Was it Liverpool fan or was it Wizard? Never mind, don't matter. Tichy, Racing Point, back to cross the line. Was on a 10.3, it's a 10.5. He's even slower, and he's in 12th place at the minute. He did say though he'd be happy to get out at Q1 in the chat before the quali, and he's done that.
Yeah. If I know Tichy, he's probably not practiced very well. Oh, very much so. He's just,
we got the rivalry back.
Yeah.
Remember when he went off at turn 4 in Hungary? Oh, J Laura's gone! I'm retired from the track!
Oh no. That's on the exit of the final turn? How's he done that?
It was actually after the final con, he just lost it, and now he's in super trouble. He might not even get... Well, he's not going to get to Q3 because he's retired. Oh dear, now if he starts P11 or P12, he might take that, considering he'll be able to have a free choice, but that's the best outcome he can get. Rage can only put his lap in on the mediums, that's what we've told him. He's just getting some practice laps in. Max is coming out of the pit lane now. Tichy has tried again going back into the pits, and Bama, his teammate, is in the pits also, so J Lolo's on strings after that retirement.
Yeah, there's I mean, the guys, Bama's got to improve by a couple of tenths, Tichy 3 tenths. Max hasn't really set a representative lap time. Raggy, you have to imagine, will out-qualify Lawler, so Lawler will be hoping and praying that you get a P11, start as high as you can.
Well, I can get Ted Kravitz on the line and maybe give Jake a phone call. Jake, if you want to come on the mic and tell us what happened, mate. Oh, he might have ran off. He might have, I don't know. He might be having
he might be online ordering a new control pad or a new wheel or something.
He might be squeezing a stress ball or something, or punching some walls. Nevertheless, we still have to get rid of 4 as it stands, and we await 3.5 minutes to go of this session. Why have we got Simpsons emotes in the stream? Since when did Koss have Simpsons? What is going on this evening? Oh, having fun, we're having fun. That's what it's all about. The drivers are stressing. We're not. Well, I'm not. I don't think Stumpy is. Least stressful person I know.
Stumpy is chill.
I'm sure you're less stressful than. I bet Ricciardo can get a bit angry when he.
Oh, you don't. I used to race engineer for Ricky, and
bet that was fun.
Yeah, he gets so irate sometimes. It's unreal.
That's what. I guess that's typical of Welsh. I used to I used to watch over a friend from Wales, Chris Panda. He got a bit angry. Nothing major. Nothing on Ricciardo, I'm sure. He's a good lad, Ricky.
Yeah. After the radio communications were telling him to calm down.
That's why match crosses the line. It's only a 10.9. I'm guessing he backed out because he's got a full battery. That's a Kimi Räikkönen moment in Mugello, isn't it? Kimi, you've been given a 5-second pen. Follow what? Kind of moment. Or I said better. What are we racing or are we doing some ping pong?
Right. So is Fraggy even going to go out? He's still in the pits at the moment.
It's quite worrying.
Yeah, it's 1:50 on my clock, which means he's got just over 2 minutes.
Wizard needs another invite, we can sort that out. Well, it'd be a bit gutted if he invalidates the lap. You're probably better getting a lap in with 5 minutes to go, aren't you? Just in case you mess it up.
Especially someone of his calibre, his pace, it's probably going to be good enough. But look at how close the times are. As Lawler is down to P11 now. C-Max goes 7th.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We will have tests tomorrow. I'm sure Wizard won't forget to set it up this week. Tichy is on a lap, and this will be his final go. He's 300th up. He needs... what does he need? 3 temps?
No. That's bad. 9 point... Is he been disqualified or something?
I think he's crashed.
Ah.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I don't know, because he set a 9-1, which is quickest of the session. Oh, Spudheader's just... Right, I'll read that in a second. Tichy's going to cross the line. Can he break into the top 10? 12th. Rage's on the mediums. Very important lap coming up. Spudheader's put, F'd it. I'm so done. I finished my lap. Thought that was it because there was very little time left. What does that mean?
Has he quit or something by accident?
Looked back up and remembered I had control of the car. Hit the oh dear. Yeah, you have effed it. to be quite simple, yeah. So I've always just put L. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Oh dear, Spud. Fastest of the session as well. Yeah, that is.
What's Rage going to do now? Coming up to the second split point. It's 48.4. I think it's competitive.
Oh wait, you finish it off, Stumpy. I think it's the last one.
Right, so second to last corner. Here's the final corner with the banking. Shortest route to the line. DRS is open. Across the line. 9.4 and takes you P5 and through to the final shootout.
J Lola will start tomorrow in 14th place. Tixie will start tomorrow in 13th place. Roland, who got second in Silverstone and 16th on the grid, will start 12th tomorrow night. And Big Bowles I didn't even notice. Big Bowles Balls will be starting P11 tomorrow.
Wow, yeah, that's
a huge moment. I didn't even notice.
Big news.
That is. I mean, if he wants to start on the mediums tomorrow, it kind of is in the best place. Apart from Rage. But he's got to use some used mediums now to set his Q3 time. Let me get a quick picture of that. It is pretty close though, isn't it? Half a second separating the top 12. Oh dear. That is close.
Yeah. So 9 to battle it out for pole position. Look at the gap between first and third, less than a tenth.
That's what we like to see, isn't it?
Yeah, that's really close. Rage, even though on that medium's less than 3 tenths off, so let's not count him out just yet.
Limit, isn't his name Big Bowles? Big Bowles Balls, Big Balls Balls.
3 B's.
To be honest, mate, I don't care. It's just an awful name, isn't it? I love the guy, but come on. Big Balls. Big Balls Balls. Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Big Balls Balls. Big Balls Balls. I've heard it for the past few weeks. Yeah. Nah, I digress. Why can't he just be Captain Limmy or something, you know what I mean? Captain Big Balls. Or I don't know, Captain Big Balls.
Captain Balls.
Oh yeah, that. That'll do. So because Spud had, well, an L moment, There's only 9 in this session, so we're not going to struggle to distinguish between each driver, Stumpy, and I don't think there'll be any traffic problems. This is going to be a 2 flat run out for pole position in Zandvoort.
Let's see what goods they can come up with. The two McLarens are out on track, relatively close to each other. C-Max is someone I'm quite surprised to see in the session. He seems to be struggling with the track so far this qualifying session, but maybe he's just easing into it. Obviously, he'll want a good quali session to put as much distance between him and his teammate, who I won't say his name because it's a bit of a tongue twister today.
Might call him Big B.
Yeah.
Triple B.
Mr. Big.
Mr. B, yeah, Mr. Yeah. What? Yeah, what was I at? Yeah, Spudhead retired. That's why. Spudhead would have had very good chance of getting near the top. He was the quickest man in Q2. He just, yeah, had an L moment. So Vermou's going to be first to cross, going quite wide at the turn number 7. Of course, he's purple because he's first. And we've got all different constructors, Stumpy. The only constructors that is the same are the McLarens, which makes identification much easier. That makes our life easier. That means it's more entertaining.
In theory.
In theory.
Let's have a look at Vermou and what his banker lap is going to provide. He's ran out of VRS, and it's a 9.7. That's what we're looking at for first runs so far.
Bammer is next across the line, 9-1. Matches Spud's time. Next car to cross Liverpool fan goes second place, 13 thousandths ahead of Vermou. Muzzer will be next across the line. The battery runs out before that final bank, which is crazy. Muzzer crosses the line into the 8th, but just at the top. 9.73 there. Waggate's getting a few laps on the softs. Wizard's lap is pretty slow. There's a Red Bull, isn't there? Hobbsy Stumpy. He's about to cross the line now, and he goes third. 3 drivers into the 0.7. Muzzer is into the 8th, and Bammer is not too far behind.
Yeah, Muzzer's looking really strong, isn't he? Every session he's been up there or thereabouts, but C-Max is out on medium compound tyres. Really sure why he's doing that.
Maybe he's only got one fresh soft left, so we putting a lap in on a medium, maybe, hoping that gets a banker in, everyone invalidates, and he gets pole. Don't quite happen like that though. So Ragay is gonna put some mediums on eventually. Let's go with Max then, because oh no, Wizard. Let's go Wizard, yeah. Oh no, he's coming into the pits. I thought he was going to finish that lap before he put a new tyre on, because they do have time. And Max is coming into the pits. Anyway, okay, the driver's doing some weird things. Or things that I'm not expecting. Maybe I'm the weird one. But everyone in the pits, apart from Hobbsy, who is now in the pits, and Ragay, who's getting a few practice laps on. Bit of a strange start to this qualifying session, but that's what humans bring.
Yeah, very spun.
Has it?
There was yellows and
missing end plate, mate.
He won't be too bothered about that as he's on soft tyres, which he's been asked not to set a lap on, so the other guy who's out on track is the Baby Wizard in the Renault.
Yeah, I mean, Baby Wizard and Daddy Wizard got some controversy in Silverstone, but I like controversy. We'll be using those names again. Why will be? We've had Had a lot of fun, haven't we, stumping in the commentary box for the past 3-4 weeks. And we plan for that to continue for the final 2 weeks, Netherlands and Abu Dhabi. A couple of people coming out of the pit lane here. I hope we don't get in Baby Wizard's way as he crosses the line now to start, his lap in the, I was going to say the Renault Clio then, but I guess not.
That's the quickest Renault Clio I've ever seen.
1,000 brake horsepower. I mean, it's got to have some good aero, hasn't it? Some good tyres.
Oh dear.
Requires a truck to deliver it.
Ooh, he's on that a lot on that rumble strip there.
A little bit wide in 10.
Yeah. Obviously getting out of the way.
Follow me. I know the way. A lot of curb there from the Renault driver as he leaves and navigates away from the grandstands into 13. Takes a little bit of that inside curve. Don't see a lot of people do that. Try to hug the right hand side. DRS on as battery runs out. Crosses the line and it's 6th fastest, slower of anyone at the moment, because of course Wizard will improve on that lap momentarily. Removes next, Stumpy, trying a medium lap. Oh, never mind, he's just gone wide on the curve.
That is that one. Done?
So it'll be Wizard and Hobbsy. I think the next 2 fast ones.
First. I love this section of the track, it's so quick, you've got to be so committed. You've got to choose your lines. Is it invalid?
Yeah, he chooses a good one there. Definitely an invalidation. He's got time to come in. 4 minutes on the clock. Now we can go back to Hobbsy. And because Big Bob Balls is 11th, if Hobbsy can get in the top 2, top 3, this is perfect. There is a chance, if he just joined, Hobbsy can win the Endurance Championship tomorrow if he outscores Big Balls by 16 points. I'll probably have to include Max somewhere in mathematics, but I'll make sure the research is done before the race tomorrow. Limmy only works off facts and figures, and the fact is Hobbsy has improved, but it's not enough to get into the low 9, high 8s. It's a 2.58, half a second ahead of Liverpool fan, but still just less than a 10th off Bama on his endurance return.
It's a solid lap from Hobbsy. It's more cementing his 3rd place rather than challenging the guys in front of him. But it goes back to what I was saying before earlier in the session. It's going to be better to lead from the front. He's going to be in the top 3 for the race tomorrow as it stands, and his teammate and championship rival is going to be down in 11th in the midfield on a tight, twisty track. So Hobbsy is going to be first blow, first strike, first blood to Hobbsy.
Liverpool fan has set a 1 minute 9.365. Max is starting a run now. Although it says outlap, but I don't think it is. Lemmy, are you okay? What do you mean? I'm great. I'll tell you the problem I have having. The temperatures in the UK have been quite hot. Well, 1 with 16, it's not really hot, but hot enough. And my radiator is unlimited on. Like, it won't turn off. So I'm having some dude fix it, but as you know, during COVID, dudes aren't always available at the moment. So my radiator guy is I don't know where he is, to be honest, but so my radiator is on whilst the sun is aiming at my face, and the room is quite hot right now, and I have to close the window because I'm commentating. If I shout, I don't want people to hear it because that's just a bit unfair. Who wants to hear me shouting anyway? And Max has gone on the gravel, don't return into the wall. He hasn't saved it just. He needs to get into the pits. No, it's too late. Over for Max, unfortunately. Next car is Wizard starting quick lap. So Vermoo will be the next fast lap Stumpy coming through stadium now.
Muzzer was on a lap, but he's just invalidated. So we're doing again. So it will be Vermoo. He's just battery's gone really early there, but that's a 9.2 and that's put him into P3. It's a great lap from Vermoo.
Very good. 200ths ahead of Hobbsy. Ragate is about to start his medium lap. He's either going to get 9th or something maybe special on that used set of mediums already. Will probably be on about 5%. Here comes Bama in the Alpha Tauri. Can he put that car on pole? He needs better than an 8.9. He's gone 8.9. Is it low enough? It is low enough. It's in the bottom end of the 9s. And that is good for the Alpha Tauri for now. Can he keep it?
Yes, he can, because Muzzer is facing the wrong way. So that is the Ferrari driver. His qualifying is going to be pretty much over, I'd have thought.
Wizard has gone 5th with a 1:09.340. Vermoo has invalidated. Baby Wizard will be next across, but he was a 10th down in the second sector. I don't know if he's going to approve. I don't think so. He's crossing the line now. Stays 8th fastest. You said Muzzer went off. That's absolutely true. Ragay now. We look to him on his used set of mediums. What has he been able to do on this track? We'll go to Hobbsy straight after it. Ragay crosses the line. He'll be starting only 7th. We set him a challenge. Oh, and Hobbsy was he up or down? He's invalidated regardless, Stumpy. I think that is the end of Quali. What a lap by Bama. And he's going to start at the front of the pack in Netherlands in 23 hours time.
Yeah, that's a great lap from him. Kind of felt Muzzer was not so much robbed because Bama delivered the lap and Muzzer didn't. So, but Muzzer was, I thought he was going to get pole, but the narrowest of margins has stopped him. Bama, the American, has got pole position.
Well, there's a few surprises on there. Not just the top 9, including people who didn't make it there. And, yeah, I mean, bring on the rain! Yes, that was a fun session. And what we will do, well, I'm just going to send the picture in for the top 10 and we'll get that graphic on the social media. Didn't see any problems during the quali session, so that should be the grid with 2 more drivers tomorrow. Dan might be able to join us for the race in place of El Wyatt or Jacko, and then try and find someone else who's willing to start at the back of the grid at a track you don't want to start at the back of the grid for.
Good luck with that, I think.
Yeah, maybe we'll start with 19 tomorrow, not 20. But it's all good. Thank you for your company, Stumpy. Bit of a more fun qualifying, that one.
It'd be good. I just looking forward to the race. It's giving me something to look forward to on Saturdays now. This commentating stuff.
There's only one more week after it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start another one.
The viewers will get their money's worth because I think the race will be definitely above an hour and a half tomorrow. So not as long as Mexico. We're not talking 1 hour 40 plus, but just over the an hour and a half mark. So you'll get your money's worth out of me and Stumpy. Don't worry about that. We'll come prepared with our flavoured water. Stumpy will have his normal water.
Yes.
Or a Copperberg or something. I don't know.
Absolutely not.
Oh no. Oh.
I'm not feminine.
Feminine. Wow. How rude. Right. That's it, everybody. Please make sure to join us 23 hours right now, exactly to this minute, where we will be lights out for 70 laps of Zandvoort, 72 laps of Zandvoort, with some rain to come. And maybe even 2 lots of rain. Who knows? Don't miss it. We'll see you tomorrow night. Good night.